What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 9 of the Raptor Attack Podcast, where we talk about what's going on in the world of gaming and geek, and then post it topic by topic, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm one of your hosts, James Parsons, and joining me today, as always, is Anthony Green.
Good day.
Aaron Powell.
What's up, guys?
Sam Busher. And Matt Cranton.
I have husky hair on me.
Yeah, I mean, there's huskies in the house usually, so.
Molting season.
New sweater.
My husky's molting, and it is a nightmare.
Yep.
It is.
Try having two.
Is it the time of year for... It does make sense, actually. It's not getting warmer. They just do what they want.
Huskies do the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Probably is getting warmer for them.
Yeah. Oh, I guess so. I mean, there was ice on the car this morning, but bucket or malt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I did.
I don't think they have a choice. I don't think they wake up. It's not like choosing an outfit when they wake up in the morning. I think it just happens.
I like to think it is.
Seasonally.
I'm getting a bit bushy. I'll lose a little.
If you like anything that you see, you can find us at twitch.tv/Raptor Attack UK, Twitter at the Raptor Attack, YouTube where you are this very second, and you can find us on Facebook. But pal,
Get off Facebook and back onto YouTube.
you heard it right.
Son of a bitch.
You son
Said
of
it so firmly that time.
I did. I really want you to get off Facebook.
There was not an ounce of question.
He hit puberty mid-intro.
I feel like I've got to be critical because we do have a Facebook.
Yeah,
But what I would like you to do is go to Facebook because you're already there. Let's be honest. If you click like on the page and then all the videos are there and clicking them, it takes you to YouTube. That's what Paul wants you to do. Or do you just hate Facebook? Like, have I just read that completely wrong?
No, just follow the link, get to YouTube, and give us all them views.
All them views, all them subscribes, please. Like, subscribe, comment and share. I don't want to attract attention to you or anything, but it's your topic first. Topic number 1.
The Oscars.
Yeah.
That Oscars. James Oscars.
So by the time this goes up,
The Oscars will have happened.
yeah, this will be the Tuesday post Oscars or Puskers, as I like to call it.
Does it not happen now? Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
it was.
It's the 28th.
What happened? Was it the Grammy?
Grammars have happened.
Grammys. And the Brits are currently happening.
Yeah, they're happening right now.
They're happening in the second.
What else happened?
No, we're letting the audience behind the curtain. They don't know when we're filming this.
Shit.
Fourth wall inside a fourth wall. There's like 16 walls.
Spoilers.
It's a Wednesday. That's all you're getting.
But which Wednesday? So Oscars, talk to me.
The Oscars, yeah.
Oscars.
Just want to know stuff about the Oscars. What do you think? Favourite films? Everything that's going on?
And then next week we say how wrong we were.
We say how wrong we were, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I said the Broncos were going to win, and I called that. So, sorry to let you down, DiCaprio, but you're not winning it. Now, I've seen the films up for Best Picture, Best Actor.
I really fucking hope he wins now.
See, now I've pretty
Just because of
much
that, I don't
seen.
care for him.
I think 90% of them. I've seen most of the films that are up for the main Oscars. And I am a DiCaprio fanboy. I love DiCaprio's films.
That's not a normal sentence, right?
As an
I am
actor, I do
That's
fail
because
as an
you're
actor.
Juliet out of Romeo and Juliet.
Pardon?
So that
Yeah,
sorry?
deal with it.
Yeah, he is actually.
You will, mate.
I've got the hair for it, you know what I mean?
You what?
But I watched The Revenant and I was not impressed.
By Leo or by the film?
Both. I thought cinematography was fantastic, but I've seen better. Acting, I genuinely believe you could have put any actor in that role and they'd have done just as good a job, and that's to me why he doesn't deserve it.
Even Eddie Murphy.
I reckon Eddie Murphy could pull it off.
He'd have done a good
Kevin
job,
Hart. I reckon
No, Kevin Hart would have done a great job.
Ice Cube.
Because he'd have been crying for real.
Chris Tucker, that would have been good.
No to all these people. Oh, damn.
No, but
Yeah.
to be fair, you're not wrong about the role.
Yes, he was good in it. I think Tom Hardy overpowered him. And the only reason...
Tom Hardy could overpower me.
Yeah, he's quite short, but anyway.
I didn't realise how short he was.
That's not what
The
he's
thing
saying.
is, I'm just going to let him.
That's not what he's saying.
But anyway, the thing that took it for me was the Danish lady. Eddie Redmayne's going back to back. I wasn't too fussed about watching the Danish lady. I took my gran, I went with my partner, my sister, and we went and watched it. And I cannot fault his performance. He deserves to go back to back. If you watch that and watch Revenant, he rolls around on the floor. He mumbles quite a bit because he can't speak. He occasionally goes, while they play Indian
So
music
kind
in
of
the
like Wolf
background.
on Wall Street. Yeah.
And it's like he had to. He was more of a. There was more character development in Wolf of Wall Street than there was in Revenant. So everyone going like DiCaprio has to win, and I'm like, he's a great actor, and he has had performances where arguably he should have won an Oscar, but not Revenant.
Do you know what I think The Revenant might win? Stuff to do with its sound.
Yeah.
Because there's one for sound editing, isn't there? And I think it probably stands a real good chance for that, even though it's up against Star Wars and stuff like that.
I hope the bear wins an Oscar.
And not
Best
Leonardo.
supporting actor.
Yeah.
Not Leonardo.
Did a good
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Lawrence the bear.
But yeah, the first time.
Called Lawrence.
Okay. Well,
It's a weird.
God.
oh, so loud.
Lawrence is a ridiculous name for a furry animal. Yes, no, but I can't even remember most of the films, but the one that stood out to me was Danish Lady. Eddie Redmayne was beyond outstanding in that film, and I don't know any other actor that could have pulled off the role as good as he did. Whereas DiCaprio, you could have put any other A-list actor in there, and they would have been fine. Tom Hardy could have played that character, and he'd have pulled it off. So I think Eddie Redmayne's going to take the actor. Best film, I'm not sure because I don't think Revenant deserves that either.
The Revenant's going to win a lot, and I don't think it's going to be the ones that people want them to win.
Audio, cinematography.
Yeah.
I think
Visual effects, maybe.
no.
Like the way it was,
Star Wars.
the way it was filmed, though, I think that was quite. Just everything looked amazing, didn't it? That was the one thing that people have left the film saying was that everything just looked amazing, and they couldn't take their eyes off the screen. And
I don't know. For me, it's not so much the fact that he was phenomenally as an actor was the best he'd ever done. Because you're right, he didn't say a lot. There wasn't a lot of dialogue he had to do. But I think it's the lengths he went to personally to get the film shot and to get what was needed to be done. Considering he's a vegetarian, he actually ate a real live raw liver out of was it a horse or the deer or whatever. I mean, it's just I think it takes a lot for any human to do that.
Yeah, but that's like saying Sacha Baron Cohen deserves an Oscar for his commitment when he plays Borat. A lot of actors go above and beyond outside the role, but fundamentally it comes down to the writers. Really, the best actor is being awarded to the person who gets in the position where they have phenomenal writers that are going to write them a character that they can portray. So a lot of actors in that respect are talented enough to get those Oscars. It's just being in the right film. And I agree, he went to extraordinary lengths, but that's not what the award's for. It's for the acting performance in the film. And he was good, but there were other films that definitely overshadowed him.
The other people that he's competing with, it's worth knowing, is Bryan Cranston in Trumbo.
Haven't seen it.
I've got no knowledge of that
This one haven't seen.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon in The Martian.
I still actually don't know anybody that can say Matt Damon's name without
It's impossible.
saying it like that.
We had a guy on my first football team called Matt Favel, and it was the same.
God,
it was the
yeah.
same. Every away game.
Favel.
Every away game.
Oh man.
Somebody tried it with mine the once. It didn't really work.
No. There's too many. It's not the right syllables.
But yeah, I know.
Sounds. Michael Fassbender in Steve Jobs,
I haven't seen that film.
which
It's a basically 90-minute biopic on how he's an arsehole, basically. It's pretty much how Steve Jobs was a cunt, but people tolerated him because of his vision, and in the end it worked out. Fassbender does a really good job of pulling it off, but it doesn't portray him to be a nice person inside.
It'll be like an all-time Oscar surprise if he wins that one.
Yeah.
Big time.
I'm gonna say, out of all the lists you just said to me, none of them, whether it was the hype of the Revenant, none of them stood out to me as like films
Well, apart from
were
Eddie
worth
Redmayne, which is already
mentioning.
mentioned. Yeah.
Is this up for the best?
I mean,
is that the best actor choice?
That is the best actor choice. Yeah. Any others that you want me to look at?
Right, Eddie Redmayne's up for it.
He's up for the Danish Girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Danish
Didn't
Girl.
like The Martian get voted for like best comedy? At the,
Which is a joke.
how can you have that and then the lead guy be?
I don't see him winning the Oscar. I quite like the film. It was an enjoyable film.
I thought Matt Damon was
incredibly
quite good in that.
predictable. But I think he had more character development in that than DiCaprio did in Revenant. That's how it could. That's how it works for me.
This website's got The Revenant
like
taking home
Martian.
at least 5.
Yeah.
I like The Martian.
I think The Revenant will definitely win it for cinematography.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I personally have never seen a film shot any better. Every scene I was in awe of, just the scenery, just the camera work, light. Well, it was shot during that like 2-hour natural lighting period in every day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
on purpose for that
Yeah, you have. For those that don't know, when you're filming or doing photography, there's an hour in the day that's called the golden hour, and it's basically the hour window when the sun is rising or the sun is setting.
I thought it was lunchtime.
Yeah,
That's my goal.
that's my golden hour.
Was that golden shower?
It's not lunchtime.
Oh, that's not lunchtime.
not
Different hour. Different hour.
Different hour, man. Oh god. The Big Short is looking to make a big splash.
I like The Big Short.
Big
very
Short,
much.
big splash. Yeah, good job.
I think it
was that?
tried hard to be
do the
Wolf of Wall
banks.
Street. It's a film based on the market crash in 2008. Basically, it's all about the people that saw it coming, how they discovered it, and how the banking system actually collapsed.
It actually came out a long time ago in America, didn't it? It was a good few months ago. So while we're all looking at it like, oh, I'd like to go and see that, everyone in America's already seen it.
It's a good film, but it tries way too hard to be Wolf of Wall Street.
I can't think of the name. What's the one with Mark Ruffalo in it, based on the church and the whole scandal behind the
Oh, the Catholic Church.
molesting kids? I can't remember what the film's called. But that's up for best
What can't I
picture, I
remember?
think.
How ironic.
And it looks really good. I haven't seen it, but the trailer looked really impressive. And it's a film that's definitely on my radar.
I'll keep looking. You guys
Yeah.
keep chatting on.
The other category is I can't really remember.
I think Star Wars are definitely winning the visual effects.
Yeah, I think it can't. It has
Room?
to. Pardon?
Maybe it was Room. or
No,
something
Room
like
had that girl out of Community in it. Her and her boy.
that.
They get locked in a room,
Right,
and
yeah,
she has to
makes sense.
spend her whole life just making
thing
up
is,
stories.
there's not
for this
really
kid.
any other films that have much visual effects, is there, than Star Wars?
Every film has a lot of visual effects. It's
These
Star
days,
Wars
yeah,
are
I
the
know,
ones
but-
that slap it in your face.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like everything, there's not really been a bunch of like sci-fi things with like
That's
there's stuff going on. It's all been quite natural. Films,
Yeah, there hasn't been any CG extravaganzas.
Yeah.
Like usually how you have
Like
the
an
Hobbit.
Avatar or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
So you said
Hasn't
that.
really been
You
any
did
of
have Age of Ultron last year. What else came out last year? I mean, Ant-Man probably won't be even nominated.
No.
Even though it was fucking awesome.
It was.
It was.
I think it was the Marvel. It was
gonna say,
the
you do
comic
forget,
book
like,
shock where I watched
Fast and
it
the
and I
Furious
was
7 come out last year, did it?
Yeah,
like, yeah, but
I can't say that's going to be ever nominated for an Oscar, but visual effects, like
Here we go. Best visual effects: Ex Machina,
San Andreas, the film.
Phenomenal
Great
film.
film. I've
Ex
never
Machina.
seen.
Mad Max Fury
Is
Road.
it really? I've been having a look at watching that for a while. Exactly.
Do it.
it's a very good film.
Yeah.
That I remember seeing Mad Max Fury Road being nominated, and I don't know how because I turned it off after 25 minutes.
It's
I
nominated for a lot.
Fucking love that film.
I thought it was absolutely fucking
I think it's
awful. I got
costume
so
design,
bored.
visual
It
effects,
was ace.
cinematography, director. I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
hated it.
What a day!
Did you watch the original Mad Maxes?
Yeah.
Because I think they're really similar. The new one's really similar to the old ones.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Something about it
the
just
old ones were
reminded
bad,
me of like
I think,
Transformers.
in
how
places.
it
No,
just
I don't think
came
they
off-
were.
I just
About
felt
70% of them are
aesthetically
bad,
it was
and
just-
everyone
It
remembers
was like a
just
visual
those
effects
songs.
extravaganza. I wasn't expecting a plot to turn up, so I just turned it off.
The other three that were voted are the normal three: The Martian, The Revenant, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens for best visual effects. It's this website saying that The Revenant will take that one
You think?
for visual effects. Yeah.
Some shots were good. But
It's ironic, isn't it? Because this is a category for superhero films.
It's definitely
really, isn't it?
category
That's-
based around,
That's what should be falling into that category. So, in my opinion, Star Wars is the closest that gets.
But then again,
Visual
I
effects
suppose
wise,
we're
yeah.
only considering visual effects as CGI.
Yeah, we're not talking about it from a.
I'm sure
A
there is
director's
a
point
lot
of view
more
and-
going into
Yeah.
filming
If
in
you-
terms of visual effects, camera angles, those sort
If
of
you-
things.
That was
Sons of-
cinematography though.
Sons of Anarchy won awards for its visual effects. And you look at that and you don't really think there is any.
CGI, yeah.
But there is a lot that goes into
It's not all CGI though, is it? It's like prosthetics and stuff.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Well, should we?
No,
so-
that's special effects. Visual effects is anything that's digital. So for The Revenant, it'll be like the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean they didn't have a bear?
No.
Leo didn't fight a real bear.
You mean
No wonder he doesn't get the fucking Oscar, the fucking fake ass bitch.
You mean Lawrence?
Lawrence the Bear.
Whoa.
Also, did you ever see that thing going around on Facebook where it's, this is why Leonardo DiCaprio has never won an Oscar and he's there got like a vape pen. I'm like, well, because he smokes. I don't think that's a reason.
No, because he
Vapes
smokes a
is
vape pen.
Vapes are different. They're not smoking.
Same thing, but
If he
he
had a pipe, he would win many
Exactly.
Oscars.
in the past-
Cigarettes make you look cool. Everyone knows that, but not vape pens.
just like,
I get it, you vape.
are they like the new vegans?
Yeah, I was reckon.
Where is
I
that?
vape, straight edge, vegan.
Just like, oh hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. My name's Sam. Oh hi, I'm vegan. Fuck off.
I vape.
I vape.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
They are, yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do for the rest of this one then, because this has been a real loose discussion, but because we can come back to this and see how badly wrong we were,
Okay.
I will go through the awards that we probably are more interested in. So I'm not going to touch like best documentary because I don't think we've got an opinion on that.
Has it got anything with David Attenborough in it?
All of them.
No,
No, then nothing. Sorry.
that's all. Okay. No, you won't know any of those. No, I'm skipping all the short film stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Foreign films.
Sound editing, Mad Max, Martian, Revenant. That's going to come up a lot as M3. And then Sicario?
Yeah.
And then Star Wars The Force Awakens. Which one's winning best sound editing?
I would have said Star Wars just for John Williams.
A lot of that's rehashed though, is it? So are they just going to look at that and go, well, it's the same music, the people who are voting?
I don't know, it gave me goosebumps the first time I heard it.
Every time they played the Force theme and Han Solo's on the screen, I'm crying.
Yeah.
And it's the music that did it. We've talked about
I'd
this
go
before.
Star Wars in that one, but I don't think it will.
No.
The Martian was good when I actually think of it. Like the way they created an atmosphere and the explosions where like it created a vacuum and everything went silent and deafening for a second. And, like they did create an atmosphere in that sort of sense.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
Very good. We should watch it.
I really want to see it.
Give it a good shout out on that regard.
Well, on the flip side of that, best sound mixing is also one. And the only change up is that Sicario's out for Bridge of Spies. So someone watched Sicario and went, man, the sound editing's great in this, but the mixing. Bridge of Spies is way better with mixing,
tell you what
but the
needs to
editing's terrible.
Be remixed is fucking like the whole of the Lord of the Rings series because fighting and music is deafening, and when they talk, it's
So quiet.
fucking silent.
Yeah, they could.
Ever try to watch it?
Unlike you.
There's nothing worse than watching a film when you have to sit there with the remote.
With the remote
constantly
going
stand
up and
down,
down.
stand up,
Yeah.
stand down, stand up,
It's the
stand
worst.
down. You're like,
The worst.
I think I would probably watch that film if they, because I love the films. Don't get me wrong.
I absolutely love the
just
Lord of the Rings
turn the
series.
screen off, but leave the speakers on, and I'd probably still enjoy it.
Yeah.
The sound was real good on that one. Okay, so we're on to page 2. So best visual effects. I don't need to name 3 of them, and then Ex Machina and Mad Max.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's that?
Visual effects. A lot of Star Wars.
Star Wars
was-
is winning that one.
I mean,
I'm
are we?
a Mad fan. Mad Max
is this-
could.
Yeah, it did look good
The visual effects
Where is
are,
that? Where was it set?
Australia, I'm
Yeah.
sure it was in Australia.
because the original one was in Australia and the game's in
It's an
Australia.
Australian film, actually,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I heard they shot a lot of that film in like. I'm not saying they shot the film in one go, start to finish, but a lot of the action shots were all
One
shot
take.
in one take.
Yeah, there's other cars with the cameras in and
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah.
Which I think is really impressive.
Yeah.
To coordinate them sort of the explosions and how many cars are in that one scene? Was just driving.
that's what the Revenant did. So I don't think a lot of people. One of the first films to do it really well was Children of Men, and it is.
Oh man,
huge.
that is the most depressing film in the world.
It is.
It's good.
Some of the shots, it is these long sweeping shots where after about 2 minutes you've gone, the camera hasn't cut yet and the camera's still going. It is this huge 5-minute choreographed scene. That's what the Revenant did. The reason a lot of people talk about the Revenant is because they use these incredibly pretty cameras that they'll use to shoot documentaries for nature films or whatever. These huge
David was
sweeping
there the
shots,
entire time.
but they didn't cut to make it look and feel like a documentary. So
That's smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was David there?
he wasn't.
He wasn't.
It's probably a better
Guys-
film.
guys,
Wasn't
he
a
was there.
documentary then, really.
He was
wasn't it?
there.
Here we see
He was obviously-
Leonardo in the forest.
And here we see the
Look,
bear.
it's a bear!
It appears the bear loves him. Best original score. So no Revenant.
What's the meaning? Was music in it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Star Wars is on there. The one that they think is going to win is The Hateful Eight,
I've not seen
which
it.
I've actually heard people talking about
I thought it came
specifically
out
for the music.
2016.
The music, The Hateful Eight is a great film.
I've not seen it yet.
I'm very surprised that it's not up for screenplay.
It may-
See, for
may be.
me,
That's usually I distinctly remember seeing that it's not. That is usually what Tarantino
Tarantino's
gets
MO, isn't
nominated
it?
for.
It's his MO. He goes.
Yeah.
It's his screenplays that are amazing. That is a film though for Tarantino fans. He's not going to bring in a new audience with The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much
Which is good for
Tarantino
me.
love.
What
Because
else
I
has
like Tarantino
Tarantino done?
Pulp Fiction,
Django,
Kill Bill,
Pulp
Django.
Fiction,
Django.
All the films that everyone loves.
Yeah.
But no one likes him.
No one likes him. I do.
I've been just still doing the film. Like,
I love Kill
love
Bill.
that
It's
film.
so fucking
It's a good movie. It's a good
And
movie.
the twist.
Yeah.
It's great. Costume design. We got The Revenant and Mad Max. Mad Max probably should win that one,
probably
right?
should win that.
And then Cinderella, the Danish Girl, and Carol.
Carol. As in
Just a
the
film
Walking
called
Dead.
Carol.
Carol.
Carol. Okay, moving on.
I don't watch it, but can somebody like spoiler alert and tell me what the fuck all these memes are about with
Don't.
Carl. We'll do
Don't say a word.
we'll do it in a minute. We'll do it
Because
later.
I haven't. Well, I know what happens because I read the comics, but I haven't seen the past 2 episodes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've watched
Does he die?
no episode.
No, but I
Just want to
pretty
know
much
about the
know
memes.
exactly what's happened
We will
just from the memes.
We will
and I'm not
specifically
sure.
talk about that in 3 topics time.
next topic.
Yeah. Best animated feature.
That's not the next topic. That's not.
Maybe it is. Inside Out.
That was
Shaun the
fuck off, dude.
Fucking
That was
awesome.
amazing.
Great film.
Emotions in pixels.
That's a different film.
I found this.
That's like-
Emotions with emotions.
And just shut up.
Emotions with emotions. Is that the
was a good
tagline?
It should be.
So loud.
It was a good film. I find myself there's certain films where as soon as a certain kind of character is implemented,
Be nice.
if I
talking, we don't make
hate
fun
that
of it.
character, I find it hard to enjoy the film so much. And like sadness, I enjoy watching animated films. I enjoy watching those like children's films with like the deeper meanings. And I wanted to punch sadness throughout the entire film. I
Oh,
was like,
she was frustrated,
If this was, if she
That
was,
was me at high school.
and that's why I don't speak to you outside of the podcast.
When I went to Comic Con, the first thing we saw as we walked in was a girl dressed as Sadness just lying down in the middle of the floor. Perfect.
That is good.
Yeah, it was a good film. It's just I think sadness just aggravates.
I'll tell you what though, whoever wrote that, all the drugs. All the drugs were involved.
All the drugs are involved in everything that we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
good point. No, but it's that specifically, all the drugs.
I don't actually know any of the others because The Good Dinosaur isn't on there. They just mention it underneath, but Big Hero 6 and stuff like that.
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
It's a real good film, but on the list we've got Anomalisa, Boy and the World, and When Marnie Was There.
Never heard of any of those.
Exactly. Yeah.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Haven't
So
seen it, but probably still will win it.
yeah.
It is good.
Only because Amy Poehling is great.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think Pixar has been snubbed by the Oscars and they don't get brought up. So The Good Dinosaur, it's not Oscar worthy, right? But it was one of the big animated releases, and it's bigger than 3 of the ones on here, and possibly Shaun the Sheep movie, which got a nomination.
Yeah.
Love Shaun the Sheep.
But yeah, like Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6 is one of those I watched and I thought, it's going to be crap.
I really enjoyed that
absolutely
film.
loved it.
Really enjoyed that
I
film.
saw the
I
trailer
reckon-
when he came in half deflated, and it was like he was drunk, and I was like,
How to Train Your Dragon
film's
should be
gonna be
nominated
amazing.
every year.
I haven't seen any since number 1.
There's only been 2.
And a whole TV series, and there's an MMO now.
Is there?
Yeah, there's an MMO of How to Train Your Dragon, yeah.
I better get on that.
It's only phone.
Best film editing. No, it's a
it?
PC one. It's on Steam.
Oh, Master Race.
Oh, fuck's sake. You just delayed it again.
How do they play it though? Like, is it like?
I've no idea. Anyway,
You train dragons, I'm imagining.
and then you ride
Well,
them
like,
because
I
you've
get
been
that,
training
but
them
like
to
the
ride.
one I had on my phone is kind of like Farmville but with dragons.
Oh no, this one's a 3D MMO. WoW style. Free. Best film editing. The Big Short. Free. Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, Spotlight, and Star Wars for best editing.
Spotlight was that one on Matt Ruffalo.
Tom McCardle. Yeah.
I don't really know much about editing, so I can't really comment on it.
I'm going to go Revenant again just because it was great to look
The
at.
fact that the minimum editing because it was
Yeah.
just long shots.
The one thing The Big
That's
Short
something.
did really well editing wise is that they'd come across a concept in banking which was hard to explain to you. So they'd break the fourth
right
wall,
again.
they'd look at the camera and go, so it's easier for you to understand. Here's Margot Robbie in a bath drinking champagne, and then it'll cut to Margot Robbie in a bubble bath.
I mean, you want to see
just
that,
talking
right?
to you,
he's
explaining
looking
the
at me like,
concept.
why haven't I seen
And you're like, this is a really good film. Like, the
She's
plot
in
just
that
got
film.
so much, but yeah.
Know what I'm doing.
Who's that?
That's,
What else is she?
She's Harley Quinn.
she's
Oh,
Harley
yeah,
Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
In Suicide
Margot
She's
Squad.
the
Robbie.
blonde in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Let's move on before this gets real.
Yeah.
Best
Before I
cinematographer.
start stroking this
again. Sicario, The Revenant, Mad Max Fury Road, The Hateful Eight, and Carol.
Is this best film?
Cinematography.
Carol!
I'm going to say Revenant again.
Was that?
I'm going to say Revenant again.
Yeah,
Out of those options, I do think The Revenant will take it.
it will be. 100%. What are you doing?
Bored of this topic.
Yeah, what's
not
the
a
next
film buff.
topic? What's
I'm
the
not
next
a
I'm
topic?
not a film.
We've only got like 2 more to go. Oh, I'll tell you in a minute. It's a big secret. It's not. Best adapted screenplay. The only ones that you're going to know on Carol's on there again.
Carol.
The Room, Martian, Brooklyn, and The Big Short. And it's going to be The Big Short, right?
Probably.
And it's going to be The Big Short, right?
Yeah, you just talk, Ant, for the next
Nice
10
one.
minutes.
Any best supporting actor?
Tom Hardy.
Just headbutt the microphone.
The Bear.
Yeah, so Tom Hardy.
Lawrence the Bear.
We've got Christian Bale in The Big Short, Tom Hardy in The Revenant, Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, Mark Rylance in Bridge of Spies, and Sylvester Stallone in Creed.
Tom Hardy because I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, they reckon it's going to be Sylvester Stallone.
Well, fuck
Oh,
him, the
Creed
ugly
was
fucker.
good
It was
though.
good,
I've
right?
not seen it,
It was
actually.
good.
Creed was good.
I haven't seen it.
I think I still like two Rockies. So
How can he be a best supporting actor? He talks like he's got yogurt in his mouth.
Where have you got that from? You've stolen that.
We will find out.
I'm Googling this tonight and I was like, Matt, you
You
plagiarised
son
that.
of a bitch.
We've already talked about best actor, right?
Yeah,
So best actress, we've got Kate
Jennifer
Blanchett,
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence in Joy. We've got Brie Larson in Room.
she could win it.
She could.
Haven't seen it, but I heard it's a good performance.
Kate Blanchett in Carol. Charlotte
Carol.
Rampling in 45 Years. Don't know. And I can't say this name in Brooklyn. That's not an A. Sounds like a real good porn film. I can't say this name in Brooklyn.
I'm going to say Jennifer Lawrence only because I have a soft
Yeah.
spot for her.
Jennifer Lawrence.
And a hard spot.
And a hard spot.
Best director. So we'll just give it to the one who did The Revenant, right? Alejandro Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Something.
Didn't he win that last year?
There's,
as
there's
well?
one of these things on the end, and I can't say it.
He went last year, didn't
Makes
he?
it under
For,
Inuaritu. He's Japanese now. Isn't he? And you've got for Mad Max and Big Short and Room and Spotlight as well. Finally, Best Picture. The big important one, right? And we'll move on after this one.
Is that like just best film?
Best Picture?
Is that what it means? Best
what are the
film?
nominations?
Spotlight, Room, The Revenant, The Martian, Mad Max, Brooklyn, Bridge of Spies, and The Big Short.
Star Wars isn't on there.
Nope.
Out of all of those films, the one I enjoyed the most was The Martian. In the last 12 months, the film I enjoyed the most by a mile was Legend.
He'll never say Star Wars.
yes.
So good.
I can understand why it's not Oscar nominated because his as a film and his performance, it was almost comedic. Like it was comedic, it wasn't necessarily serious at some points. So I think that's why it's not nominated. But it was by far the most enjoyable film I've seen. in a
Such
while.
a good film.
So good.
Whereas The Martian, I watched it and I was like, oh, the feels, this is great. The Revenant, I just went through phases where I wanted to sleep. To me, it is between the Danish girl lady, whichever one it is, and I want Legend to win, even though it's not nominated.
And which one do you think will win?
I think Revenant's going to get it, but I don't think it should.
I think it's cleaning up purely on the hype.
I would like The Big Short to win because I like the idea of that more than anything else. I would like it.
I mean,
don't
I
think it
watched The
will.
Bridge of Spies and I enjoyed The Bridge of Spies. I don't think it's ever going to win Oscars for the film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good film. Tom Hanks did a good job.
Yeah.
Again, a few of them I haven't seen. Spotlight's meant to be really good.
It's supposed to be real good.
Meant to be a real
the
depressing
real
film.
tough subject
That was,
matter and-
really,
Yeah.
gets you
In them feels.
Right there.
right in the feels.
All up in your feels.
You
I don't
guys, any opinion? You just want Star Wars to win, and it's not.
I want Star Wars to
sad.
win. Very sad.
Star Wars up for Best Picture.
No.
Bastards.
Well, it's not. It's not on the list. I got
Son
there,
of
so
a bitch.
maybe they're just.
Not
Maybe they're
nearly
just on the
enough
short list.
diversity in the
Can't we
Oscars.
just start our own Oscars?
It's the Oscars. We're doing it.
Oh. No diversity.